I just want you to know that you're a major ass.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Beat it.
On the roadside, this rock star mom instructs her child during a traffic stop how tyrannical American cops actually are. And she does it while the police body cam is rolling.
You did nothing wrong. This is what the police will do to you if you don't comply and surrender to their every whim. Okay? That's that simple. Your dad did nothing wrong.
Paul Unslaved gets an unusual and rare shout out during this police body cam interaction, but things don't go for him like it went for Paul Unslaved, because Paul Unslaved was able to travel freely after the interaction with the cops, unlike this guy.
Did anybody tell you that was allowed?
Yeah.
YouTube. Yeah. YouTube?
Yeah, I mean, Paul Unslaved, that's the name of it, and they let him go.
Who is that?
That's his name. Some guy that says the right to travel is legit. That's where I got the case law. If you look up Paul Enslaved, he'll come right up. And they let him go.
Videos like this are super important because people believe that laws are the edicts of God himself and that the Supreme Court are the gods who rule us. Because if the Supreme Court had made the law that said your right to travel cannot be infringed upon, licenses aren't required, nor is registration, and anybody who does that has committed an unconstitutional act and has therefore violated 18 U.S.C. 242, deprivation of rights under color of law. So therefore, traveling from point A to point B in your own vehicle is a constitutionally protected right. If that was the supreme law of the land, this whole interaction would go completely differently. All right, before we go over this video, you've got to understand that there are two kinds of people in this world. Those who think that government is here to protect and serve them, and the other group are those who actually think, because most people are propagandized into believing that laws are holy writ that have descended from Mount Sinai, and the law writers, the Supreme Court justices, are the God who spoke to Moses on Mount Sinai. Because when the Supreme Court says something or makes a decision, that's the decision that stands, and no matter what, we the law enforcers have to carry that out. For example, Pennsylvania versus Mims. If we tell you to get out of the car, it's because the Supreme Court said it's legal for us to tell you to get out of the car. So if you don't get out of the car, then you've gone against the gods of the universe. Same thing with Terry v. Ohio or any of the other case law that basically says officer safety trumps unalienable individual rights. And that brings us to this guy right here. There's also another group of people. There's a group of people who believes that they're free to be unmolested and unencumbered and unbound to another man's edict as long as they don't harm somebody, threaten to harm somebody, damage people's property, or steal property and not pay for that property. Hey, I just want to travel down the road. I want to be left alone. That's that group of people. Then there's another group of people that says, well, because my superiors told me that I have to enforce this law, I have to pull you over. I have to infringe on your rights. I have to detain you, arrest you, kidnap you, and lock you into a cage because my masters, the Supreme Court justices, my political parasitic overlords, and my command staff and my local police department told me that I need to do this to you. And because you don't have a thin piece of metal on your vehicle, well, that's not going to wash with my political masters. Therefore, I'm going to go against my own conscience. And I, as just a mere mortal, a mere man like you, believe that I have the justification, all the justification I need to infringe on your rights and your very life. Because they're conformists, doing what they're told regardless of what is right, instead of being moralists, doing what is right regardless of what they're told. In other words, Shaggy here believes he's doing right by just traveling down the road minding his own business, and in actuality, he is doing right by that. And this guy with the funny metal pentagram on his chest and the clown costume thinks he's doing right by enforcing the unconstitutional laws that his political masters told him to enforce. It's the same with Sergeant Curtis, as he mocks those who want to be free and applauds those who want to take away that freedom. Let's go through this video and make some comments along the way. This is super interesting.
Sovereign citizens love to put exempt plates on their vehicle to show that they are exempt from the law. But look what happens when this sovereign citizen decides not to put a plate on their vehicle at all.
You know what's hilarious about this? What kind of plates do law enforcement and emergency vehicles have on the back of their cars? Oh, exempt plates, which would tip Sergeant Curtis and the Sergeant Curtises of this world off to the fact that those are the true sovereign citizens, which he's going to point this out here in a second, is an oxymoron. You're either sovereign or you're a citizen, because you can't be both. But if you want to group sovereign citizens together and note some identifying characteristics, the people who have a metal plate on their car that says exempt are sovereign citizen police forces.
Roll it up, please. Oh, is it?
Window down 2 inches, no plate, paperwork out the window, officer caught it within a few seconds. He's dealt with this before.
My name is Deputy. I'll do the citation. I'm stop it on the side of your vehicle. Let's see your driver's license, please.
If you notice here at the obscure rear window, this is incredibly dangerous. I hated doing stops like this because I can't tell what's back there. Is it a danger area? Is there a person sitting back there? A lot of things could be going on. So this is definitely a stop that's much more concerning than most.
It's so dangerous. If you want to eliminate the danger, hey, I got a tip for you. Maybe don't pull innocent people over for no reason other than you've got a law that you got to enforce. You got it, Mr. Curtis?
Okay, step out of the truck, sir. Step out of the truck for me, please. I already got one en route. I'm not going to ask you again, sir.
Tire deflation device put in the rear tire. These guys have definitely dealt with sovereigns before. They almost have a playbook on how to deal with this, and so far they're doing everything right.
Okay.
They got a playbook on how to deal with ... wait for it, innocent people who want to be left alone that haven't committed a crime.
Well, I'm pulling you for a lawful reason, and now I'm giving you a lawful order to exit your vehicle. If you fail to comply, I'm sorry? Okay, that's fine. You can reserve your rights, but I'm telling you a lawful order to exit your vehicle. Okay? If you fail to comply with my lawful order, I will place you under arrest.
It's so childish. It's like saying lawful more times gets you what you want, as though it were some kind of magic incantation. This is something a child would say. Oh, I said open sesame and the door didn't open. I don't understand it. Lawful isn't some magical word. And just because it's lawful doesn't mean it's moral. It doesn't mean it's right. As a matter of fact, oftentimes lawful is completely immoral. It used to be lawful to arrest people who had alcohol. It used to be lawful to arrest people who freed slaves. It used to be lawful to arrest people who actually possessed physical gold. If you doubt that, look up Executive Order 6102 under Franklin Delano Roosevelt. So there were a lot of things that were lawful that were completely immoral. And so if you are the enforcer who enforce those immoral laws, you are an immoral individual. And your evil isn't cleansed away, and you're not excused, and you're not by any means justified if you say, well, I was just following orders. I was just obeying and enforcing the law.
You need to see a registration and a driver's license for insurance. You have no tag display. I'm going to tell you one more time to exit your vehicle. You can have this conversation simply on the side of the road, or you can go ahead. No, I'm telling you to exit your vehicle. Pennsylvania versus Mims. I'm telling you to exit your vehicle, sir. Oh, well.
There you go. The law of the land is not the Constitution. The law of the land is the interpretation of the Constitution by the black-robed tyrants of the Supreme Court, Pennsylvania versus Mims.
Roll the window down. You can hear a little bit better. Okay. I'm telling you to exit your vehicle, or I will remove you from your vehicle.
That's police radio traffic for something that a lot of people might not have picked up on. When he says give us the channel, that means we have a high priority, high risk situation going on. Our radio traffic will be the only traffic that goes across the radio. Many times in these situations, other officers will roll to the scene because they're about to conduct or do something that's high risk and dealing with a person who's non-compliant.
In other words, we've created a high risk situation, so I need you to clear the radio.
Exit your vehicle. What?
You have a pump? Yeah. Grab that. All right, here's the thing, man. We've given you a lawful order. At this time, you are under arrest.
Now they're getting a window punch because the next step in this is that they're going to breach by punching out the window and extracting the guy. That's exactly what it looks like is going to happen. These guys have done this before.
So Sergeant Curtis applauds and approves of and advocates those who are going to threaten to commit the crime of damaging property. They've already committed the crime of interfering with somebody's right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Now they're going to damage the property, and then they're going to steal the property by towing the property away.
So, if you don't want to step out of the vehicle, we will remove you from the vehicle. We would like to not do that, but if we have to, we will.
Why are you threatening?
I'm not threatening you. I'm explaining what's going on. At this point, your tires have deflation devices on them, so if you want to drive away, your tires are going to go flat as well.
Notice what he said, and they all say this. We don't want to do this. We don't want to break your window. We don't want to steal and impound your vehicle. We don't want to kidnap you. We don't want to put you and your wife and your infant children at risk. But then they do it anyway. So the implication is, okay, well, if we did that, we were forced to do it by somebody who didn't comply with our authority.
All right, step out of the vehicle. This is your last opportunity before we take you out of the vehicle. Last opportunity, man.
They're ready for the next step in this, so the talking looks like it's done.
Pop right in.
223 on LE3, or Delta 11.
Who committed the crime? Who committed the crime here? The badge tyrants. The problem is we live in a world full of people who've been propagandized and hoodwinked into believing that these guys right here are here for our safety. And the only reason they're committing violence under their monopoly on violence is because they got to keep everybody else safe. How is this keeping people safe? How is having a tag on your vehicle and paying the extortion, registration, and licensing fee, how is that keeping people safe? It's not. It's only enriching the state and empowering and reinforcing and employing these guys.
We just told you that.
Yeah,
You're not breaking the law.
yeah, you are breaking.
Out of it. He's got a knife on him.
No, it's here. Here, what are you doing?
We told you you're under arrest.
For what?
Failure to apply a lawful order.
I gave you my paperwork.
I told you to step out of the vehicle. I asked for your documentation.
I gave you my documentation.
No, I asked for a driver's license. You failed to provide me one. And I gave you a lawful order to exit your vehicle. You told me you don't have to.
No, I didn't. I said I gave you my paperwork. Please wait for the
I told you to exit your vehicle.
I didn't.
You don't.
Give you my paperwork. Let me just tell you another grave irony here. I see this a lot in conservative circles. I see people rightly criticizing what happened in late 1930s, early 1940s Germany, where the SS soldiers, the Gestapo, would stop people at checkpoints saying, show me your papers. Now, conservatives will say, hey, this show me your papers. No, we live in the land of the free, home of the brave. We don't show papers here unless you have to show your papers under corporate traffic law. Now, all of a sudden, they've walked away from principle and they operate on indoctrination and propaganda because they were programmed, mentally programmed, to accept the trampling of rights and show me your papers under the color of corporate traffic law. So now this is okay with them. So people see this as an honorable act on the part of the police officers to keep us safe from all these violators who don't want to show us their papers.
Don't want to follow instruction and follow orders.
The United States Supreme Court says I can travel in my private property.
Deputy Gaddy's Fire County Sheriff's Office.
Don't take my keys out of my vehicle.
This vehicle's being
You've
towed.
already-
I'm not a sovereign citizen. I'm traveling in my private property.
They don't like the term sovereign citizen. In fact, many times they'll consider it an oxymoron because if you're sovereign, how can you be a citizen of anything? Because sovereignty means that you're of your own being, not attached or engaged in anything else.
All right.
You're of your own being, not attached to or engaged in anything else. Yeah, that's right. Right, Sergeant Curtis? A man should not submit and does not have to submit to another man because he has a funny costume and a badge on or comes with the authority of the state or is called a politician or a police officer, right? Or are you saying, Sergeant Curtis, that a politician or a police officer has a higher claim over your life and property than you? Are you saying that? And if you're saying that, where did they get this right and how come you don't have it? I know at one time you thought you had it because you used to be a police officer, but do you still have it? Did you lose it because you stepped down from that position as a police officer? What magic is this? What fairy tale fiction pixie dust are you actually believing in? Because that's all this is. This is the belief in authority, that people have the right to rule me. People have the right to demand my ID, and I have the obligation to give them my ID, or I should be punished. Is that really the world we want to live in? Because the people who will be drawn to those positions of power, those people who want the ring of power, those will be the psychopaths, because normal people don't want to rule other people. You only take that position where you can rule over somebody because you have a control freak problem.
This time you're under arrest.
For what?
Failure to comply, resisting arrest.
I didn't resist arrest.
All right, we gave you lawful orders. We explained to you multiple times what was going to occur if you failed to act. We don't need to wait for a supervisor. All right? So we've given you lawful orders. We explained what the consequences of those orders are. You continue to refuse. So we did as minimal damage as necessary to remove you from the vehicle. At this time, you are under arrest. Okay?
Didn't work out how it showed on Facebook, or however the person who told him to do it this way didn't work out that way.
Could you please give my stuff to my wife?
What is your first?
And that's how inconsistent law enforcement is, because sometimes it does work out. Sometimes it does work out for Cameron or Paul Unslaved or some of these other people. And at other times, it doesn't work out because the cop or the deputy is going to play hardball. And that's the inconsistency. That's where you get to, oh, well, I'm an officer. I can exercise discretion. Well, is it right or is it not right? Is it right or wrong? If it's wrong, then who did I victimize? What crime was actually committed? You haven't committed a crime. I mean, contrary to popular belief, I know we live in a world that believes that if you freed those slaves, you committed a crime. If you hold that gold or that silver that the government told you not to hold, you've committed a crime. If you have that liquor in your cabinet or you're transporting it in any way in your private conveyance, you've committed a crime. I know people want to believe that, but is that true? Is that the facts? Is that in accordance with morality? Is that the world you actually want to live in? Because it's getting worse, and the control freaks and the psychopaths are growing in number. And the people who are applauding control freaks and psychopaths are growing in number. And that's why we do these videos, so we can call out the immorality of the mentality of the Sergeant Curtises and the people who applaud thin blue line tyranny.
Name.
I refuse. I'm not.
All right. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law.
Assaulted.
You have the right to have an attorney present during and before any questions. If you cannot
You
afford an attorney,
assaulted.
one may be appointed to represent you. Anytime you can decide not to answer any questions or making statements. Do you understand that?
You assaulted me.
Do you understand
I
that?
overstand.
I
overstand.
You overstand?
Yes, sir.
All right.
So overstand is just another play on the word. They don't want to be under anything, but they can overstand a situation. So they're over. It's just playing a word game.
Do you want to provide your name or no?
Sir.
Yeah, it's just playing a word game. Pull over, because I told you to. Because I got a uniform and a badge and a gun. And this right here says you need to respect my authority. It's just a word game. That's what it is. It's a word game on the part of the law enforcer as well. And it's sad that we have to have all these semantics when all you have to do is say, hey, I'm a man just like you. You don't have rights that I don't have. I don't have rights that you don't have. I don't have the right to force you to do something. I don't have the right to coerce you or defraud you or with the implied threat of force, get you to do something that you don't want to do. I don't have that right. And it doesn't make it legitimate for me to do that by calling myself a police officer or a politician or a governor.
That's fine. I'll just book you as a John Doe.
So what happens if you don't give your name or your information can't be identified, then you get booked as John Doe. What happens is you sit in jail until you're identified by some means through the court. So you can end up sitting in jail for an extended period of time. And that's why it's a magic bullet, because most people say, I'm not going to cut off my nose to spite my face. I'm going to just give my information and my name because I don't want to sit in jail.
Yeah, isn't there a problem there then, Sergeant Curtis? All right, I'm just going to give my name because this guy is threatening me. He's threatening to put the torture cuffs on me. He's threatening to kidnap me. He's threatening to cage me. He's threatening to mar my record for the rest of my life. And he's threatening to call back up if I don't comply. I mean, he's going to bring me to heel. So I'll just go ahead and show my ID. Who is in the right and who is in the wrong in that scenario, Sergeant Curtis? In other words, might makes right. And let me just break it down like this, because this right here highlights the fact that this indeed is one of the most ridiculous things that people believe in this world. Let's say that McDonald's was a big enough corporation and powerful enough where they could make and enforce a law. And that law was this: you are required, every American is required to eat a salad and a grilled chicken sandwich at McDonald's at least 3 times a week. And you're required to carry your receipts with you on your person or in your car. And you are required to present them to a McDonald's certified law enforcement officer anytime he asks. And let's say that they justified this law by saying this is going to make America healthy. This is going to make America safe. We're going to have less deaths. So that's their justification. And to further drive this point home, let's say that the masses for decades were propagandized and indoctrinated into believing that those who resisted this law were the transgressors and the evildoers. Only 2 things can make this law fly. That would be the absolute monopoly on force and violence that McDonald's could initiate and enforce. And the second thing that could make this thing work, there's only 2 things. And if you can think of something else, let me know. The second thing is that the masses were indoctrinated to believe that the violence that McDonald's would initiate on you if you disobeyed was somehow legitimate. Now, you say, that's ridiculous. I'm a free American. I can eat wherever I want to eat, and I'm not going to carry my receipts anywhere. But the Sergeant Curtises of the world would go, you are so foolish. We have the monopoly on force, and you will comply, because if you resist McDonald's order to eat 3 meals a day, a chicken sandwich and a healthy salad, if you disagree with that and you resist that and you don't carry your receipts wherever you go, then you deserve the punishment you get. That's how ridiculous what Sergeant Curtis believes is. If you disagree, let me know in the comments.
All right, do you have a driver's license or anything? Because if this vehicle's unregistered and you don't have a license, it's going to come with us. All right, it's coming with us. There's 2 other kids in the back.
Are you okay?
2 kids.
No, I'm not. I have 3 small children, and your officer just shattered this window. We have a right to travel in the state of Florida, which I'm pretty sure you're knowledgeable of.
Okay.
If you thought the guy was tough to deal with, he's nothing compared to what you're going to see with this lady.
You can start a tow truck for that vehicle.
Don't tow, please. Why are you going to tow my wife?
Games, we're done.
Look at Sergeant Curtis's face. He's ecstatic that this family is being terrorized for no reason.
We're not debating this, dude.
The United States.
We're not debating
I'm not debating anything.
Cool.
I'm not. I am.
We're done with this conversation.
So did they ask him to exit the vehicle?
Unlawfully, what did he need to exit the vehicle for? We had the window down and we're conversing with them.
Okay. So does he have a driver's license?
He has a right to travel and paperwork that says that, which he handed to your officer, sheriff, deputy, whatever you guys want to be called.
Please don't leave my family on the side of the road. I might have misunderstood. I might have misunderstood something, but come on, please.
We explained it extremely
Yeah, but I had my case law. I didn't think I was breaking the law.
Don't beg a police officer. Don't try to plead with him.
Please don't.
If you refuse to step out of the
But I
vehicle,
misunderstood.
we explained to you all this.
I'm telling you right now,
You probably should have listened the first
I was
time.
told, man.
You still have to have a driver's license in the state of Florida in order to operate a motor vehicle. You can travel wherever
He's not
you want.
operating a motor vehicle. He's
driving.
He is not driving. He is not operating a motor vehicle.
So you got 2 people coming from 2 different angles, might as well be 2 completely different worlds. The cop believes you must have a driver's license, proof of insurance, registration. The woman's like, no, I got a free right to travel. Who's right under the Constitution? Who's right under natural law? Do you think the founding fathers would actually submit to this kind of edict from the redcoats? The very people who gave their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor, they put it all on the line for liberty, for the pursuit of liberty, for the property rights, and for happiness.
He is transferring his property, his private property, from one place to the next.
Okay.
He is not driving.
Okay. Well, he's going to jail for that.
That's crazy.
It's not. It's really not.
It is crazy.
He's going to jail because he thought he had the free right to travel on American soil. He is going to a cage, baby.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
You can start to see that she might even be more of the person who's driving the vehicle in a different sense, because it seems like she's very much more forceful in her belief in this whole sovereign process. She may have taught him, I don't know.
Don't leave my family on the side of the road.
She may be more of a believer in the right to just be left alone unmolested.
Please, come on.
We're not here to play games.
I'm not trying to play any games. I wasn't playing any games.
That's fine.
Please.
At this time, I recommend you remain silent.
Have a seat.
He has all of our money, so I need the
Are all
car.
the kids okay?
No, they're not okay.
Okay. Are they injured? Do they need rescue?
No, they don't need rescue.
Okay. So they're okay?
No, they are not okay.
What a disingenuous question. This road pirate, he pretty much takes the cake, man.
Ma'am, put the knife down. Put the knife down.
He asked if we had any
Okay, but don't grab a knife when we ask you if there's any weapons. Step away from the car now. Step away from the car. Do not grab a knife.
Ma'am, I am fearing for my life. You step away from that. I've had police training. I've got a Kevlar vest on. I've got a gun and a taser and bear spray on me. You better not pick that knife up because I'm fearing for my life at this moment.
Go back.
And I would not doubt, put it past any law enforcement agent to pull out his firearm and empty that mag on a mother and her child.
There now.
Back here, you have a child. Can you just stop? You have a child, and
Yeah, exactly. She has a child. Can you just stop, officer? I mean, look how they twist it and turn it around on you. Like you're the one that committed a crime when they're initiating and committing and perpetuating criminal activity.
you're pulling
Are you
knives
okay,
out.
buddy?
Yeah, ask. That's yes, sir. There's more knives in the car. Not yes, sir. Here's a knife.
Where are you headed to?
Well, we were going to the beach, but I live in Waldo, so that's like an hour and 30 minutes from here that way. Yeah.
Do you want to use that to call someone to pick you up?
I literally don't know anyone. I'm from Washington State.
Okay. Well, welcome to Florida.
Let's contact a taxi.
I don't have any money.
We'll grab you his
He has the
cash
money.
if he agrees to turn it over to you, okay? We'll turn over the cash if he agrees so. Are you married?
No.
Okay.
We're common law. We've been together for 10
There's no
years.
common law in the state of Florida, but we're obviously not going to try and leave you stranded. So if he wants to turn over,
There is no common law in the state of Florida. No truer word was ever spoken.
You guys are doing a fantastic job. Do not speak to anyone you don't know, ever.
She's wondering if you would be willing to turn over any cash that you have or anything
It's in my
for her.
briefcase. It's in my brief.
They don't go after gang members and hardened criminals and murderers and rapists and thieves. They're picking the low-hanging fruit off the freeway because they don't have a metal plate, a special state-approved, government-permitted metal plate on the back of their vehicle.
Briefcase.
For her to get a taxi cab.
Yeah,
Is
it's
that
in my
fine with
briefcase.
you?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
besides that knife, are there any other weapons in the vehicle? Don't grab it, I'm asking.
No.
Okay, thank you.
Do you have like an Uber app or anything?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, today might be the first day we use one then.
Subject has a 1049 out of Georgia. It's limited extradition. It's going to be referenced to DUI, improper tires, DWFL, unregistered vehicle.
Now some might go, DUI, look at that, man. Look at that, Brian. You're trying to go to bat for this guy who's got a DUI. I want you to go over some of my recent videos or just go to the WSMV Channel 4 channel in Nashville where they exposed local law enforcement as running a DUI sting operation where they're actually jailing and ruining the lives of people who are completely sober. The toxicology report comes back. They're not drunk. They're not under the influence of drugs or alcohol, and yet they ruin their lives anyway. So anytime I hear, oh, somebody's got a DUI, well, first thing I think of is, were they framed by a police officer who was trying to meet his quota so he could get a plaque on the wall and a promotion?
Bond is going to be 1,000. It's Georgia pickup only. 1048.
Can you just step over there for me? I just can't see in the car.
I'm not leaving my children unattended
I'm not
with you
saying
guys.
leave them unattended. I'm saying just move to the side.
It sounded like there was a whole bunch of stuff that was being read off that potentially were wants for, I believe, the male. I think it said at the end, Georgia pickup only. I'm just picking up from my police radio ear what I heard and why the officer was making those animated body movements.
My police radio ear, this guy has over almost 800,000 views on this video that was just released less than a month ago, and he's too lazy to go back over what the radio call actually was, and that it was not extraditable, that he would have to be picked up in Georgia, couldn't extradite him from Florida to Georgia, that it had to do it with a DUI. He was too lazy to go back and replay that part of the video. This guy is just pumping out these body cam videos and making these shallow, thin blue line perspective commentary videos without doing any real work. And believe me, he's making a lot of money on this monetized channel. And it's popular because tyranny is popular. The general public tends to believe in laws and authority and the legitimacy of state power.
They had all the little kiddos who just did a quick window punch on the corner. Window punched it, set it down very gently, open door, pull them out, cuff them right here, and that's where we're at. No violent anything, no, nothing like that. No spray of anything, just real kosher and easygoing with everything.
So, real quick,
He was explained multiple times.
When you asked him to step out.
Kosher? Why did he say real kosher? I mean, was he IDF trained and certified?
Obviously, you identified yourself
Yes.
as law enforcement.
Yes.
And you asked
We
him.
even identified this case law, saying, hey, under this case law, you have to step out. And
We even identified, heck, the supreme law of the land. Pennsylvania versus Mims. We told him our black-robed gods from on high in Olympus, actually passed down the stone tablets, and we actually read those stone tablets to these people. You think they would have submitted then? Nope, they didn't.
he said no.
Bunch of damn law enforcement atheists.
Not identified case law.
That's on our body camera.
We're not here to debate. That's not.
Of course, yeah, you'll argue semantics if it's you, but not if it's us.
You asked him to, and then you ordered him to get out.
Yeah, probably at least 5 times. Okay. So
This lady gives me PTSD flashbacks from having to deal with this kind of stuff before. Insufferable behavior.
Gives you PTSD flashback? How about an armed man and his buddies flanking both sides of my car, breaking my window and pulling me out? Wouldn't that give you PTSD more than a person saying, hey, we just want to be left alone. We don't mean harm to anybody. She's got a baby in her arms. She gives you PTSD, you frickin' coward.
Behavior in front of kids. It just boggles the mind that this is
Yes, it does boggle the mind.
going to be a generational type thing. And maybe a generation before her is where it started. I don't know. But
Oh no, the generations might be taught that you shouldn't just submit to the authority, and anytime you do, it leads to totalitarianism. It leads to communism and Marxism and just socialism and just complete control of a police state. You don't want to be teaching your kids to disobey authority.
it definitely gives me flashbacks.
He's got all the new dash cam stuff. Everything's on video from us too, so it's all real kosher and everything.
He
Tag's
said-
obviously not registered.
He said kosher again. What the hell is going on here?
Nobody has driver's license.
Did we run the VIN?
Yeah, not registered.
You know, Sergeant Curtis would be the guy to be one of those snipers in the IDF, just picking off little kids on the playground in Gaza. I would not put that past him. That's how much of an order follower he is. That's how much he would just submit and conform and just reveal to everybody he's got no backbone.
Or anything. So it's just rolling, no insurance, nothing.
I have a driver's license, you guys. God damn. Yeah. Oh. That dude's a moron.
She's right. She's right. You may not like how she handles herself, but she's right. Man, she has got more balls than any of the cops who show up in the scene here.
Because I don't have to, you guys are a corporation. I do not have to contract with you. If you need my driver's license to look me up, that's fine, but I wasn't operating this. Right. And neither was he. We were merely transferring our private property.
I mean, that's neither here nor there, because we're not going through all that stuff. That doesn't hold up in the court. I'm just saying, it doesn't hold up in the court system. If it did, nobody would have a driver's license.
She is really committed to this.
It doesn't hold up in the court system. I mean, the court system only does what is right. The court system doesn't protect criminals, like, you know, criminal judges and prosecutors and lying police officers. So you can trust the court system.
And the twist at the end makes this even more interesting, and I'll explain exactly why it happened probably the way that it did.
I'm sorry you feel that way. Well, it is in the state of Florida. So do you have a driver's license in the vehicle?
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
It's in my wallet. That's in the back seat.
You are under arrest, yes.
I know, but can I, like, am I going to get a bond out?
Yeah, you should have a bond.
A bond?
Yeah.
Can I discuss something with her with you present? I just want to, so I can figure out how to get home.
Your bond's going to be at least $1,500.
$1,500?
Yeah, operating an unregistered motor vehicle, driving while you're suspended, and failure to comply with our lawful orders.
There you go. Roadside extortion. Why do we call them pirates again? Gee, I wonder.
It's minimum $500 each.
There's nothing you can do, maybe $1,000?
Nope, that's a bond schedule set by the judges of this circuit.
Can she have my briefcase? Because I have a deed to my house. Would that be enough? I mean,
For what? For what?
To bond out?
I don't work for the bondsman. I don't know.
Well, I mean, could she have my briefcase?
Yeah, she can have whatever you want to turn over to her.
Can she drive the truck?
No, it's unregistered. You need to have a license plate on it. It's not insured. It has nothing
So you're
valid
saying
in
that
it.
the United States Supreme Court cases are not real?
Not in this state, no. You see how there's 10
It's the
million
United
people
States.
here that all obey the law? They don't do it just because they want to.
United States Supreme Court.
Okay.
I'm just really trying to figure it out. No, I don't want to argue. I was literally.
This is where people get into trouble because they try to spout these Supreme Court cases. And because the Supreme Court is inherently inconsistent and hypocritical, and they've carved out for themselves this law of judicial review from 1803 in Marbury versus Madison, where they basically we have the Constitution and this is the supreme law of the land, but we're going to tell you what it says and we're going to tell you what it means. So now the cop is arguing for the supremacy of the Supreme Court, and now this guy is arguing for the supremacy of the Supreme Court. And when you do that, you get yourself into trouble because the Supreme Court will speak against the Supreme Court in utter hypocrisy.
Hundreds of people go to jail for this.
And you know why? Because they don't have principles, they don't have morals, they don't have values.
Same thing every single day, and it's been upheld numerous times. Okay. All right? You're not the only one in the state that says I don't have to register a vehicle. Lots of people try it. Lots of people go to jail, and I feel like if that was the case at this point, the state of Florida would have put out some notice saying, hey, in the state of Florida, they don't have to register a vehicle.
Okay, that's fair, and
What a simple-minded view.
We would have explained that on the side of the road when you got out, but I'm not going to stand here in the middle of the road arguing with you at a window.
No, of course.
Okay? So we gave you and explained to you multiple times the lawful order to exit your vehicle, and we even gave you the Pennsylvania MIMS, etc., letting you know.
Yeah, I know. I didn't hear what you said.
And you didn't want to listen to us.
No.
I told you if you do not step out of the vehicle,
Pennsylvania versus MIMS is the supreme law of the land. You got to believe. We're going to cherry pick Supreme Court cases. You got your Supreme Court cases and the right to travel. We got our Supreme Court cases and the right to pull you over and harass you and detain you and kidnap you.
I would take you out of that vehicle.
Yes,
if
sir.
I have to go through a window to do that, I will.
Yeah, I know.
Okay? That's where we're at the moment.
Right.
These two are super.
If the black robe injustices of the Supreme Court tell me I can take out your window, I'm taking out your window because they said I could.
Supervisors here. We can continue from there, but I'm not going to stay on this road anymore.
One last thing, though. Could I speak with her about?
We can talk about that. Her attitude has been very poor lately.
Let me help. Can I help, please?
Give us a minute.
Who cares? What are you, the attitude police? The behavior police?
It's a misunderstanding.
Give us a minute.
No, it is a misunderstanding.
Give us a minute.
Oh, yes, sir.
Give you a ride back to town right over here. About 2 miles. And we'll give you the money, whatnot you need. We'll take you to like a 24-hour restaurant or whatever you need so you can hang out until you get your ride, okay?
Oh, the kind officers. They're so kind. They're going to give her a ride and maybe some money. That's great. You caused the problem in the first. This is like a micro Hegelian dialectic. Problem, reaction, solution. They created the problem. They pulled somebody over who didn't commit a crime, waited for the fear-based reaction. Oh my God. I'm like, you're just going to leave me stranded with my kids on the side of the road and then step in to provide the pre-planned solution they had waiting in the wings the entire time. The problem makers become the solvers of the problem that they made.
All my shit that's in the car.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. Next time, step out of the vehicle when you're given a lawful order. I don't know what to tell you.
You didn't tell me to do anything.
Well, we gave him multiple times. We just reviewed it on video with supervisors. We gave him at least 10 opportunities to step out.
Okay, but all my kids' stuff is in there.
All right, well, all I can tell you is in the future, make a better decision when you're given lawful orders. All right?
You did not tell me anything.
We told him multiple times. He did not
Make a better decision. In other words, you better comply or else.
Answer. Maybe get your vehicle registered and you can drive it away. It's not registered. It's not insured. It's not allowed to be on our roads.
And that is called a registration racket, a licensing racket. It's a war against the people. It's a war against the freedoms of the people. And these clowns, these costume clowns, they are the enforcers of the war against the people.
Everybody else out here registers and insures their stuff so they don't hurt anybody. I'm not going to let you drive away unregistered and uninsured because you don't feel like the laws apply to you.
Where's my driver's license?
If he has it, I'll give it to you.
Guess what? The laws don't apply to free men. Laws should only be there to protect people, not to take away their rights, not to strip them of their money. Laws are supposed to protect. But you know what? Oftentimes laws don't protect. Laws don't grant you rights. Laws do restrict rights. Laws do empower psychopaths who want power over others. And that's what we're seeing right here.
If you need anything out of the vehicle before it's towed, we'll get it to you. Okay?
Yeah, I need a whole bunch of shit.
You have it? Awesome. Do you have any other questions for me?
Yeah, I need to get all my shit out of the car.
You can grab whatever you can take with you. Or you can get it out of the tow yard down there. It's right in town as well.
I just want you to know that you're a major asshole.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Beat it.
We've given you every opportunity.
Let me in my truck.
I love her. Beat it. Let me have my truck. I love that. I love it. That's the spirit of America right here. Let me look at this. This kid right here has a mom who radiates the spirit of resistance and rebellion to authority. And she should be applauded. She should not be condemned. She should not be punished. This attitude right here is what this country was built on. If you disagree, let me know in the comments.
Not right now. If you want to come.
Now, am I saying that having this attitude with law enforcement officers comes without danger, without consequences, because people are under this idea that the law enforcers are our protectors and servants and you should never go against them? You should never resist them. You should always comply. No, if you decide to live like this in this world, expect to be harassed until people become positively propagandized against this stupid left-right political paradigm, or that somebody else has a higher claim over your life and property than you. Nothing's going to change. So the reality is, if you want to live without registering your vehicle or getting licensed, expect to be messed with by the people who believe they have a greater power than you do.
Come out with knives, and I'll let you in there anymore.
You're an idiot.
She definitely, again, the school of cut off my nose to spite my face. Doesn't work. Makes it even worse.
We will facilitate a way for your wife and kids to get to Benel, which is the nearest town this way.
Please help me out, man. I was not even trying to do anything.
Stop begging. Stop begging. Stop begging. Stop talking. Stop begging.
Fucked up. I swear, I thought I really.
We literally just watched the video, man.
What video?
Our body cameras video. The entire time I told you to get out of the car.
No, but I really believe that. Look, just hear me out, man, please. Because I know there's some.
Well, if you want to talk to me, okay.
I do, please.
Well, I'm going to read you your rights then, okay?
Yes, sir.
So you can go ahead and tell me your side of the story.
Okay, okay. First of all, I've been studying. Look, I've been led. Obviously, people. Man, I don't even know how to say this. Look, what I'm trying to say is the laws, like the Supreme Court cases and all that stuff. I literally thought I was being lawful, compliant. I honestly thought that your supervisor was going to come and let me go. I didn't think you were breaking the window.
He's here now. And
Right now, I obviously see. Come on, man. Can I talk to him, please? Please, my kids, man.
I kind of believe the guy that he really bought into this thing, but I also believe that maybe the female was the one who kind of maybe taught him a lot of this stuff.
You talk to you man to man.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You didn't want to give me your name. If you think you were doing something lawful, why would you not give me your name?
Because that's what I was told, that's how it works, that you can't that's why I kept saying I don't want to contract with you.
Okay.
Because that's what there's a lot of information out there, right?
Well, I'm explaining to you, okay?
Yes, sir.
I told you, if you step out of the car, we could have had a civil conversation. I would have let you go, man. We would have figured something out about your truck, all right? And we probably cut you some tickets, and we could have gotten you out of here.
I don't believe that for 1 second. Cops are known to lie and are trained to lie. So I don't believe this cop at all.
Care of, okay? But you don't want to tell me your name. You didn't want to roll the window down and talk to me like an adult.
This cop is basically victim blaming. The only reason you're sitting in the back of my car, if this could have gone a completely different way, if you had just complied with me, if you just given me your license, you would have been on your way by now. I don't believe that for a second. So now he's saying the reason you're in the back of this cop car, the reason we're going to tow your vehicle, it's all your fault. It's your doing.
And you tell me, speak louder.
I'm sorry.
That's what you say to me. You say, speak louder.
I am literally sorry.
And we just watched the video multiple times. Hey, man, step out of the car. We'll talk to you civilly on the side. Why? Why?
No, I literally did not. Look, I literally thought that I was.
And I'm gonna take an educated guess that you saw hundreds of YouTube videos on this, and you see how it ends.
No, but they were ending differently. No, I mean they were ending like. Maybe all enslaved. They let him go.
Look, maybe they got different deputies.
Maybe so. Wasn't here.
So probably not, because I mean, we don't play that game, man. At the end of the day, dude, everybody out here pays their registration. Everybody out here pays their insurance. Everybody out here pays for a driver's license. Generally.
In other words, it's extortion. Everybody out here has gotten a Happy Meal. Everybody out here was required to buy a McDonald's salad and a McDonald's chicken sandwich. Everybody out here is required to have 3 receipts on their person at all times. And everybody out here is required to show those receipts. Everybody out here. You know what that's called? That's called a monopoly on violence. It's called a racket.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Everyone knows this is what you have to do. If there was some magic ticket that I could print out and I don't have to register my cars, believe you me, pal, I wouldn't have them registered. We'll do it.
The only reason people don't do it is because of law enforcement officers pulling people over, harassing them and ruining their lives and impounding their vehicles and basically economically terrorizing them. The magic ticket is you guys stop complying with tyranny. You guys stop being the long arm of the tyrannical law.
We can help out your is this your wife?
Yes, my wife.
We'll do what we can. Now, there's 3 cards in your wallet that have her name on it. Yep. You want her to have those?
Yes, please.
All right.
In my briefcase, please. That's all I'm.
And this is why you don't talk, because they asked her separately from him, is this your husband? Are you married? No, this is common law. And now he just said that that's his wife. So now they got 2 different stories. Now they could go, well, you were obstructing justice. You obviously lied to law enforcement. If you lie to law enforcement, that's a felony. If we lie to you, that's just policy.
And my deed to my house is in there.
Okay, well, she can have whatever she wants out of the truck.
Right.
I mean,
and my keys, the key to the truck also has the key to our other car.
If you have another vehicle that's insured and registered, why didn't you drive this?
Because we thought, honestly, because I thought we were lawful. And it's a truck. It's our other one's got a timing belt issue in it right now, and I haven't had the money, honestly, to get it fixed. That's the truth of it. We were going to the beach.
Did anybody tell you that was allowed?
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube?
Yeah, I mean, Paul Unslaved. That's the name of it, and they let him go.
Who is that?
That's his name. Some guy that says the right to travel is legit. That's where I got the case law. If you look up Paul Enslaved, he'll come right up. And they let him go. Is there any chance at all that, you could chalk it up to I fucking believe some idiots? They fucking, dude, I'll never make a mistake like this again. Straight up either way, whether you let me go or not. Please, my children, man,
Well, we're gonna help. We're gonna figure out where we can get them to make sure that they are safe. Okay, and that they have resources they can contact, okay? So he is going to jail today, okay? He will have a bond. Now, what he's telling me is that you guys have like $1,000 in cash in the car or something like that, or you have access to a decent amount of money, okay? What I'm saying is, if you would like, we could give you a ride to in town, okay, where you can contact a bail bondsman.
Oh, man, sure, yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, I'm just trying to help out as much as I can. So, is that...
It's weird. Some of your
And then they try to set themselves up as heroes as they continue to act as villains.
officers just have like really smug looks on their faces. I don't like you for some reason. You're all right, he's all right, but you and Officer Grady got a whole different aura about you.
Well, you know...
None of them are all right, because they're all thin blue line ganging up against this innocent couple with these kids.
You know what? I think, you know what? I'm trying to be good.
what we're just trying to do is that okay? To bring
If you're trying to be good, you're automatically not good, dude.
Yeah, that's good, yeah.
All right, I'm not gonna help with that. I'm gonna take him right. We have an aura about us. Oh.
I don't have anything else to say. They asked me if we had a knife, and I responded. They're arguing semantics.
They love to make fun of people. We have an aura about us. Man, did you see that guy groveling? He was just he's begging, please don't take me to jail. Please don't take me. Man, I have absolute power over that guy. They love it when you beg.
On procedures and how I'm supposed to...
You know what they hate, though? They hate that they can't unsettle you. Remember the kid that was pulled over at that gas station? I think it was also in Florida. Remember Long Island Audit did it? And the chick, the guy's girlfriend sitting in the passenger side, they ended up arresting her, and she was just stone-faced, stone cold, wouldn't be moved, didn't talk to him, stood her ground. They can't stand that.
That's on them. Beyond that, they're offering to give me a ride somewhere near to where you will be. I've accepted that, but other than that, we don't have much business to do. They can give me a ride, and that's that. I've done nothing wrong. You've done nothing wrong. They'll argue their semantics. We can argue ours, and that'll be that. All right, whatever. Are we done here? All right, I love you, and I'll probably see you later. You did nothing wrong. This is what the police will do to you if you don't comply and surrender to their every whim. Okay? That's that simple. Your dad did.
I love what she just told her child. And this is the truth of the matter. Listen to this again.
You did nothing wrong. This is what the police will do to you if you don't comply and surrender to their every whim. Okay? That's that simple. Your dad did nothing wrong.
I love you, baby girl.
The unfortunate thing is that rock solid truth doesn't even faze these guys when they're hit straight on in the face with it. This mother just told her kids, hey, if you don't submit, these cops will execute violence against you. That's what's going on in America. And Sergeant Curtis is like, yeah, you better submit because it's the right thing to do.
I love you, baby girl. You good, okay?
You don't have to apologize, Malachi. You literally did nothing wrong.
I feel so bad for these kids. And I've seen this before. This is the worst part of the call. The little girl saying, I love you, daddy, or bye-bye, daddy, I love you, dad. And the mom is just still stuck in this whole craziness and teaching these kids to be against the police. When
this whole craziness of being against tyranny, this whole craziness of this colonist woman right here saying that the redcoats are bad dudes. The crazy thing, Sergeant Curtis, and the crazy people are people like you wearing your stupid thin blue line badge thinking that compliance is somehow a virtue.
Against the police when they're wrong. These people are wrong. The laws that they're quoting are wrong. It just drives me crazy. And generationally, these kids have to see this. It's so sad.
For the registration on?
Yeah, we do. That's how f***ing moronic you guys are. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you guys, but yeah, it is registered. And yes, it's registered to Riley Sissel. Ha, me. Yeah, here I am.
So, this is what we're going to do, okay? It shows in the system if you have insurance, we'd ask. Yeah.
Of course they are, because it's registered to me, which they would have known had they looked.
We just make sure we've got all our stuff from around your vehicle and that your belongings, I think, are on the roof right now, okay?
I've dealt with her before. Not her specifically, but her prototype of I did nothing wrong. Everyone is doing things to me and I'm the victim here and the police are bad. This does not work. You gotta share this video with someone who may potentially act like this because these kids don't need to see this.
Yeah, you gotta share this video because this chick is a rock star and this man is a coward. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comment section below. If you like this video, if you like these commentary videos, maybe you'll like some of my others. Check out my most popular playlist. I'm sure there's some videos on there that you haven't seen yet. If you really want to support the channel, check out this next video right here. Maybe binge watch a couple more videos that'll help with the algorithm. Leave some comments, and I will see you in the next video.